why does the word fat offend you? I stood silent for a moment because I did not know an answer that was certain, but I did ask her. Have you ever looked into a mirror as your face filled with disgust because the sight you saw was something for which hate was a must? Have you ever met someone after a long time and heard them say, "You've put on a lot of weight since the last time we met"? I wish these things were easy to forget, but when they say you've put on a lot of weight, when you can't actually remember the last time you ate because you've been starving yourself for days, trying out different workout techniques and ways just to go back to the mirror and let your face fill with disgust again. As I go back to bed with mental and physical pain, I start thinking. And I guess I've got an answer. You see, the word fat is used to describe someone's looks in TV shows, movies, and books where the author is making fun of someone or is describing themselves with a tint of gloom, or in movies where thin people are seen wearing fat suits. Just like that in real life, every single time I've heard the word fat, a group of laughter follows its back. That's the reason happiness I lack, and that's the reason offends me the word fat. Thank you.
Words can heal and words can even hurt sometimes. That was a very beautiful poem, Shifana. Now, with that, we have Purani coming up next with her beautiful poem.
Hello everyone, I'm Purni from BTech ECE first year. My poem is about the after effects of an agonizing breakup and falling into self-destructive cycles like self-harm, etc. Fly on the wall, overheard conversations. The water runs too cold. Oh, how I loved him, she said. Thin walls, the clock meanders. Her wounds, a brilliant purple. Isn't the blade too far? The perfidious mirror and slipping remorse, lipstick stains on her half-filled glasses. Familiar shame hugs her might. Forbidden pleasure's mystique, and February's fright drowns in debt. Oh well, the star's foreboding maze. Enslaved she stays. Maybe the blade isn't too far. Thank you.
It's so wonderful how love can even give us pleasure and can also hurt us at the same time. After the lovely poem, we have Miss Ifra going up next. Ifra, the stage is all yours.
Hello everyone, this is Ipravasi from BTech Aeronautical Department first year. And my poem deals with nature, its healing power and the human connection with nature. So here I go. The sky is painted with clouds and the whistling of wind. If your heart doesn't dance even on the chattering sound of rain, then probably you are devoid of vigor and your soul is dimmed. If you don't feel like feeling the drops on your cheeks with your eyes closed and having open arms, then probably you are not really living but just existing. Existing with a spirit so dead and awfully calm. If your skin is not thrilled being soaked by the morning sun, and when this chaotic peace of evening, when the day slowly slips into the night, doesn't compel you to stop and inhale the real fun, then probably your interpreting sense of common beauty and joy has been shunned. If that richly colored night sky with the perfectly carved crescent moon and twinkling stars, as if they are being shy, at once don't catch your eye, then probably your mindfulness and the desire to live is dead inside. If those basic constituent hues, that is white snow, violet flowers, indigo mountains, blue ocean, green forests, yellow cornfield, orange autumn, and red spring, the appearance of colorful rainbow just when the bees and butterflies are all set for the nectar to suck in, has still left your shadow black and white, then probably the river of your liveliness has dried. If right from birth till date all you have done is chasing your goals, then congratulations, you're already at your destiny, but neither happy nor satisfied. Life is not just about being born and waiting for the results, but it's about cherishing the thorns and bushes, lily and roses lying on the path while you strive. Thank you.
The sky is painted with clouds. What a wonderful way to describe nature. Now, that's the beauty of poetry. Now, after the lovely poem, we have Miss Mahira going up next to slam her poetry.
Good evening, everyone. This is Mahira Begum from BTech-CAC. Today, I will be reciting a poem based on hostel life. As I write this poem, recalling what happened, I am amused by how it all happened. Came here with so much expectations, now regretting having such expectations. Thought everything will go fast, and now many things change so fast. Met people from different places, which made me wonder about their places. Many came, many left. Made new memories, lost some inner peace. Things didn't seem like the fantasy. Made me realize that I was in a fantasy. Tasted bitter because everything was bitter. Mostly dirty because none cleaned the dirty. But we never cared because we were cared. As we were surrounded by plenty, filling our hearts plenty. Thank you.
Many come and many go. That's the beauty of relationships. That was a very lovely poem by Miss Mahira. Now, next we have Miss Ashi coming up with her poetry.
Hello, so this is Arshi Fatima from BTech CSE first year. This poem's a romantic genre. The poem's about deep love and connection one feels towards their partner. Overall, this is a heartfelt tribute to a loving and supportive relationship. At this moment, all I crave is to hold him close to feel his embrace and bask in the love that we both gave. Together, we've found our happy place. The memories of our love, so sweet, are now etched in my heart forever, more and every day. My love for him will repeat, growing stronger than ever before. I wake up each day with a smile, knowing that he is by my side. Our love is worth all the while, and I couldn't be more satisfied. I never knew how much I could love until he came and stole my heart away. But now we're flying high above, in love every single day. So let's run our fingers through each other's hair and get lost in a moment so rare. For my love for you will never end, and my heart belongs to you until the end. Thank you.
For my love for you will never end. That stole my heart right there. This piece of art almost made me a hopeless romantic. What almost? I am now a hopeless romantic. With that said, we have next Miss Shariba going on. Excuse me, Shariba. I think we are not able to hear you. You're not audible. It's all right. Please check your technicalities. With no, let's not
Can you
delay
hear
the.
me now?
Yeah. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Let me repeat. Good evening, beautiful people. I am Sharika from BA English department, and I'm going to recite a poem on a beautiful theme, LGBTQ. So here we go. I find beauty in men who loves flowers. I find the real sign of a man when he cries and calls for his mother. I find pride and happiness when a man tries on mascara and a gown without any hesitation with his own will. I find respect for the man who loves with no regret and loves poetry. Those men are the ones who destroy the toxicity of masculinity. Alas, rainbows gave us a life, didn't they? Not an ordinary life, but an extraordinary one and a beautiful one. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Masculinity is often misjudged. Now, this poem brought us. I hope it brought us pretty sense. All right. Thank you for that lovely poem. Now, next we have Miss Anis going up. Last but not the least, remember that. Miss Anis, the stage is all yours. Anis, do we have you here? I repeat, Anis, do we have you here?
Yeah, am I audible right now?
Yeah, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Am I audible right now?
Yep, all clear.
Yeah, okay. Good morning. Good afternoon. Sorry, good afternoon. This is Anis Fatima. I'm from BA Public Policy, first year. So just please bear with me because I'm in college right now. So let me just start. I have chosen this poem because, like, it talks about society and the people's mindset. So it connects to people and society, so that, like, how it goes on. So it's around a person, a girl is asking question to society that what is this society all about. So let me start my poem. So I look around and question society. What is this world and what is this property? What are there so many people left behind while some get everything and are so unkind? Why do we judge and label each other when we all stay under the cover? Why do we see color instead of just skin? And why do we think that we always win? We have created a world that's so full of hate, and it's time for us to change our fate. We need to see beyond the differences we see and realize that we are all part of humanity. We need to listen and learn from each other instead of judging and shaming on one another. We need to open our hearts and extend a hand to those who are struggling and take a stand. We need a question to status quo and challenge the norms that we keep us low. We need to fight for what is right and create a world that shines so bright. For a better world is within our reach. We all come together and start to teach. To love and care and understand and create a world that's truly grand. So let society question society and make a change. And create a world that's not so strange. A world that's built on love and unity where we all thrive in our own diversity. So this is my poem. Thank you and have a nice day.
Ever since a woman's birth, the society has always been her biggest enemy. Thank you, Ms. Anis Fatima, for giving us a wide perspective. That was very, very informative. Now, with that, after hearing those lovely poems written and penned by these students, the next upcoming event is something very personal to us. We all would have had a fair share of bedtime stories, haven't we? From our fathers, from our grandmothers, even from our mothers sometimes. But those stories were already pre-penned and read by our parents or guidance. Okay, but now this event is going to be a little bit different. All right, we have six people who are going to go up on stage and are going to come up with a story on their own on the spot. We never know what turn the story is going to take, so make sure you stick till the end and have some immense fun. The story development team, the stage is all yours.
Okay, so my name is Khadija Hamid Salam. I'm from BTech CAC IoT.
I'm Rishi, and I'm from first year mechanical.
I'm Shafana, first year law.
Purni, first year EC.
Fadil S from CAC Engineering.
Okay, so now we're gonna make up a story on spot, and then so yeah, Khadija, you can take over.
Okay, so the story can go like this. Like our character, he's in the middle of the jungle at night, and let's call him Ricky for now. So he's running like a madman, and his clothes are all bloodied and tattered. He is scared to the point of death, but he doesn't know what he's scared about. He just feels like he had to get out of that place. He tumbles and he falls down, and it looked like he saw someone or something in the shadows, but he just brushed it off, woke up, stood up, and then he kept on running and running so fast that he saw something like a faint light out in the shadows.
Oh, okay. Okay, how about we make the faint light like some hippie carnival? Because he's already like his clothes are torn and he's half naked, so might as well just blend in with the people over there. And obviously, he got very excited when he saw like the vibrant sounds and the Ferris wheel and all the food stalls over there. And obviously, the people over there are obviously on some substance over there, so he wanted to join in as well. So when he was going through this crowd, he saw this very shady guy in an all black outfit, and he thought to himself about how it'd be cool to like talk to him. And obviously, this guy looked like he had some substance on him, so he's like, so might as well try it out. But Yeah, so as he walked up to him, the shady guy was already smoking a blunt. And honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't just take some blunt from some random guy, but I have no idea what this guy would do.
And if it was me, I would have taken the blunt, dude. See, a calm, sane person itself, they would take a blunt if it's offered. This guy, Ricky, has been running through the forest, okay? So he needs a sense of relief, something to calm him down. And they say that drugs do that for you. So probably Ricky would have taken a blunt, taken a puff. The important thing over here is this friendly stranger of ours who's so generous that he gives his joint to this random stranger who just came out of a forest. What do you think is a fitting name for this guy? Any suggestions?
I think Alex works, doesn't it? Like, it's kind of, it gives the mystery, enigma, and all.
Yeah, it's like Alex is like a friend and stuff. The generous guy. So, this obviously we know how good he is. So, like, maybe he would want to share more of his stuff with Ricky, right? So, a guy who does drugs, he would have a tool shed behind the Ferris wheel because that's where it'll be dark. And the shed will look kind of, there'll be a worn out couch in the corner of the shed with a tiny table in front of it. And Alex would go sit down on the couch, invite Ricky. He would take out a packet of, you know what, Coke. And they would spend, like, they'd plan to spend the entire night doing drugs. I would say they would go on about 3 hours, okay, just like snorting strings of coke and taking a chance at Alex's bong because of course Alex has a bong. And you might think, okay, 3 hours of doing drugs, they'd be high out of their mind and they would want to stop, right? But I feel like Alex is not a guy who'd want to stop there. I feel like he would want to go to the next level.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, dude sounds like the type of person that would be like combine alcohol and drugs just for the thrill and the paradise and relief. So I think they'd go to this bar, right? It's a carnival. They obviously have drinks, whiskey. I mean, I think Ricky sounds like the person that would like vodka more than anything, and Alex sounds like the whiskey guy. So they're gonna have drinks, and I think to a point that bartenders will be tired of serving them drinks like one after the other and the other. So, and with alcohol comes personal territory and trauma dumping, of course. So they're going to talk about their childhood trauma, like foster homes and how abusive parents disquiet life, etc. So they as they are going to talk about that, it's such a freeing experience. So it's like Alex sees Ricky. Alex sees himself in Ricky, and Ricky sees Alex in. Ricky sees Ricky in Alex. Like they see each other in one another, and that's sort of kindred friendship that it's newfound in the stupor, the freedom. So they're gonna like run out of the bar, yelling, screaming, and then they're so joyous that they've never felt such joy in life. So they're gonna do that, and then they'll stumble upon like this parking lot, which is like so calm as opposed to how they're feeling, so exuberant and full of energy and like excitement. So and Alex has this like smirk to his plaster on his face and like glint in his eyes. He's like, I have a brilliant idea. Like, what would this brilliant idea be? Like, think about it.
I think I have a great idea for that. Like, let's say they decide to steal a car. I mean, like, Ricky seems like the type of person who would seem to enjoy playing GTA, like the game where you especially steal cars. And plus, they are high on drugs and liquor. Who wouldn't steal a car? So, and even if they do steal a car, it will be a high end, luxurious, comfortable car. So they end up stealing it and they just floor it. Like Ricky manifests his best Dominic Toretto and just floors the car throughout the highways. And I would say Ricky has a moment of realization then. If you are in a car going absolute at the speed of light at that point because drugs mess with you and the windows roll down, the wind's blowing, and with the one person who you feel is the missing part to your soul, I would feel complete. But we need a twist here. And the twist will be, yeah. So, how about while they are going fast, something's approaching them? It gets closer and closer. but then it's too late before they could realize that it's a tree, and they couldn't move out of the way or do anything. So and the airbags just blow up on their faces, and at that point, Ricky would be losing his consciousness, and his final words, I would say, is would be the name Alex, with as he closes his eyes, with the feeling of guilty that he might have killed Alex.
Wait, Alex is dead?
Wait, no. We can't kill him here. This is too. So wait, Alex is unconscious. So let's just make him wake up in the hospital the next day. And when he wakes up, he feels like he's been sleeping for a few months, but it was just the next morning because he was unconscious from the accident. And then obviously he asked the nurse where Alex is, his friend. And then the nurse is like, no one was in the car with you when you crashed. It was just you. And then he was like, no, I saw him. I felt him when we crashed. And is he alive? And I was like, no, it was just you alone in the car when it crashed. And then a few days later, he was taken back to the mental asylum to cure his schizophrenia disorder. So,
So that's where he was running away from.
it's been mad. In the beginning, he was running away from that.
This is such a good story, I must say. I feel like if we write this as a novel, like it will become a best-selling New York Times bestseller. So who's down for that?
Oh, yeah, totally down. Yeah, sign me up
They will
already.
need a title for it, right?
Oh, yeah,
Oh
titles.
yeah.
Great.
Title.
Oh,
Why don't we let that to the audience to decide?
oh, yes, totally fine.
Audience, please do interact with us. We'd love to hear. Have you named this story? Please title this story.
And just a disclaimer here, say no to drugs. This was completely a work of fiction and doesn't represent any characters in reality. So, yeah, say no to drugs. Drugs, alcohol, all of that, bad. Okay. Now, I feel like we lost some audio in the beginning, so you couldn't hear Shifana's poetry perfectly. So, let's bring Shifana back and give her another go. Shifana, once more for the audience. Over to you.
Yes, why not? Okay. Hi, I'm Shafana again. I'm first year law, and my poem is Fat. No, not the size of it. The name of my poem is Fat. You see, my friend once asked me, why does the word fat offend you? I stood silent for a moment because I did not know an answer that was certain, but I did ask her. Have you ever looked into a mirror as your face filled with disgust because the sight you saw was something for which hate was a must? Have you ever met someone after a long time and heard them say, you've put on a lot of weight since the last time we met? I wish these things were easy to forget, but when they say you've put on a lot of weight, when you can't actually remember the last time you ate because you've been starving yourself for days, trying out different workout techniques and ways just to go back to the mirror and let your face fill with disgust again. As I go back to bed with the mental and physical pain, I start thinking, and I guess I've got an answer. You see, the word fat is used to describe someone's looks on TV shows, movies, and books where the author is making fun of someone or is describing themselves with a tint of gloom, or in movies where thin people are seen wearing fat suits. Just like that in real life, every single time I've heard the word fat, a group of laughter follows its back. That's the reason happiness I lack, and that's the reason offends me, the word fat. Thank you.
Very relatable, wasn't it? I was once fat and have been called fat a lot of times. Now, after that performance and that very cautious note, we come to the end of this event. Now, see, I hope you enjoyed our stay with us and this lovely evening. So to show your support, please make sure you like this video and do comment your thoughts below. We'd love to hear it from you guys. And at the very end, do not forget to hit that subscribe button for more interesting and fun lives and videos. All right. And once again, guys, I'd like to thank you for joining us in this lovely evening. With that said, this is your host Abraar here, signing off.